So let's go to Jill Stein, the presidential nominee for the Green Party. So there's been a lot of talk about her and her supposedly being anti-vax. Like she's anti-vaccines and she believes that they cause autism and how she's just against them, right? Now, I don't know who it came from. I can, make an educated guess, that it comes from the Democratic Party. I can make an educated guess because I don't think the Republican Party is too, concerned.
They're not worried about
with Jill Stein. Yeah. So I do believe it came from the Democratic Party, and if we say Democratic Party, then we're saying Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, because they're concerned with anybody that is seen as actually a progressive.
Yeah. But we saw an article on Huffington Post where it talks about how Jill Stein is pushing a dangerous anti-vax theory. So let's show you a clip first about what Jill Stein believes, what she has said about vaccines.
I think there's no question that vaccines have transformed public health and have been absolutely critical in ridding us of the scourge of many diseases, smallpox, polio, etc. So vaccines are an invaluable medication. Like any medication, they also should be, approved by a regulatory board that people can trust. And I think right now that is the problem, that people do not trust a Food and Drug Administration where you have the likes of, or even the CDC for that matter, where corporate influence and the pharmaceutical industry has a lot of influence, where, for example, Monsanto lobbyists help run the day in those agencies and are in charge of approving what food is or isn't safe. There is rampant distrust of our institutions of government right now. The trust level for the presidency is somewhere around 15%. The strong confidence in Congress is somewhere around 4%, and the same is true of our regulatory agencies.
Sounds like she's anti-vax to me right there.
All right. Hold on. So, all right, hold on. Let me get this straight. So she said, no questions, vaccines have transformed health.
Invaluable medication.
Invaluable medication. But she also believes that we need to have a better regulation process. Right?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think she's focusing on vaccines because they operate unlike any other drug. Mm-hmm. It's hard to opt out.
Right.
And then if something goes wrong, you can't sue.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think kind of that's where she was coming from. That's why she's focused on that. And she's focused on that because even though there's rigorous trials, mm-hmm.
even though
the advisory committee is filled with, I guess, vaccinologists, people who are experts in pediatrics and whatever. She knows once it gets past that process, it has to be approved and reviewed by the FDA.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? A government agency that's kind of been proven to bend over backwards for corporations, especially Monsanto.
Yes.
So,
you see what I'm talking about? So she's just talking about, look, the public, there's a high distrust for government and government agencies. So there just needs to, she believes in a better regulation process. Now, if you believe that, look, the regulation process is already good, it's already efficient, there doesn't really need to be any tweaks or anything in any improvements. Okay.
That's where the disagreement should stay.
Yeah, that's okay.
You say, no, Jill, I think the process in which these vaccines are approved is adequate.
Yeah. That's
all it's about. It's about the process. So it turned into anti-vax
why do you go to anti-vax? This article and a lot of other people have said that she is anti-vax and she's pushing a dangerous theory.
But what theory did she push?
Let's hear from Jill herself.
The theory of regulation?
Let's hear from Jill herself. At the Green Party convention, she was interviewed by Jordan from TYT. Let's hear what she had to say directly about if she is anti-vax or not.
Plain and simple, yes or no. Do you think vaccines cause autism?
No.
Great. Cleared up.
Pretty simple. She said no. She's not anti-vax.
So
and we saw that from the other clip too.
From another clip.
She's not anti-vaccines. Again, all of this has to do with the regulation process.
You know what's so funny? They essentially quoted her, and they pretty much, to me, it just pretty much ignored the quote.
I don't want to. They're just trying to discredit her. Really, that's all it is. Because to say that somebody's anti-vax, give me some evidence of that.
Simply because they have a question about the approval process. I mean, that's just like saying somebody's anti-gun because they want background checks, or they're anti-business because they don't like corporate tax loopholes. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we hear from Republicans all the time how they want to rebuild the military, right? Okay, well, me personally, I don't take that as an offense, but I don't say like you're pushing a dangerous theory. I think you're wrong. I don't think it needs to be rebuilt, because they always say that when they're campaigning, rebuild the military.
You want to appear strong.
Yeah, you want to appear strong. But I don't say, that's dangerous language. I just know I happen to think you're full of it, and you're just trying to, pander to people that will receive that message the way you want them to receive it. But like I said, I don't say it's dangerous.
Yeah, the disagreement should have just lied,
with the issue. Yeah, you should just have have a disagreement and focus in on this issue. But no, they're trying to, like I said, they're trying to discredit.
And the thing is, it's like we're gonna act like there was no problems with what was that that vaccine Gardasil for HPV?
Yeah.
Wasn't there problems with that? And I think it was like Cervarix. There was a problem with that one too. Yeah. It was like having severe reactions, sometimes even death. So let's not act like there's never a problem. Nobody's saying like it's like completely needs to be overhauled, or we're not saying it's completely anything. Especially we're not saying like vaccines are bad.
Yeah,
nobody's saying that.
She simply said that there's reason for the public to have distrust of the government and government agencies, right? And that's it. She believes in a better regulation process.
And she understands how there's a tendency when there's a lot of money involved for these drug companies and pharmaceutical companies to put profits before people.